What's going on, y'all? Welcome into another episode of the Jersey the King Show. I am your host, Kevin Jersey the King Wumble, and man, it's a great day to talk some Vegas sports because we got a lot to talk about. Trust me. So, with that in mind, how are we all doing tonight? Happy Thursday, everyone. We are live on Fuel Sports Network. If you haven't already, download the Fuel Sports Network app on your Roku and Amazon TV and devices. So you can find us on Roku TV, Amazon TV, Roku Stick and Amazon Fire Stick as well. So make sure you go and download the app and check us out live. You can watch me on the big screen. So let's get into it, man, because there's a lot to talk about. Let's jump into some WNBA news real quick because there is some news I want to get into and talk about. The Sky's forward Angel Reese tonight after the game as of tonight's game, recorded her 9th straight double-double. Big ups to her, setting a rookie record as well, and just making a big impact as far as a rookie at the forward position and as a big in this league. Caitlin Clark as well, setting rookie records. There's a lot going on with these rookies around the league, and I'm excited for the entire season, to be honest. I think this is going to be a really, really good season for players to make an impact on the league and to help the growth and popularity of the W. You know, not just one player, but multiple players, especially with what's been going on drama-wise. You know, let's look past all that and look at what's being done on the court. And other news, Cameron Brinks is, as we all know, is out for the season with a torn ACL. So she is no longer on the 3v3 Olympic team. But replacing her is De'Erica Hamby, former Las Vegas Aces player and current LA Sparks player, and who had a career high against us earlier this season. But definitely big ups to her for, you know, stepping in and taking on that role with the 3v3 team for the Olympics. Shout out to all of the women in the W going on to the Olympics. And speaking of the W, the Commissioner's Cup was completed. The Minnesota Lynx defeated the New York Liberty to win the Commissioner's Cup. Nafisha Collier was the MVP of that game, and it was actually former Las Vegas Aces player Kayla McBride's birthday as well. So big ups to them getting the W on Kayla's birthday, and big ups to Nafisha Collier for getting that MVP award. But Elisa Peely, another rookie, making noise in the W, doing big things and helping that Sparks team, that Lynx team, in big ways at the forward position, not only in the paint, but as a shooter as well. So big ups to her as well. And speaking of the Olympics, I'm going to move right along. Speaking of the Olympics, y'all, here is your Olympic roster right now. This is what we're looking at. And as you can see, we have 4 players on the squad from the Vegas Aces. And it just shows you how good our team is this season and how good our players are, and what they've done over the last 4 years since the last Olympic Games to earn them a spot back on this Olympic roster. Now you got Asia Wilson, of course, putting up MVP numbers once again. 2-time Olympian, 6-time gold medalist, 2022 World Cup MVP. You know, she has a 58-2 record in USA games, and she's also female athlete of the year for the 2022 USA basketball. You know, so big ups to her. 2-time Olympian Jackie Young as well. She's a 1-time gold medalist, and she's 16-2 in USA games. Then you got the point guard and the plum dog. You already know. 2-time Olympian, Chelsea Gray, two-time gold medalist, 25-3 record in USA games. And then KP Plumdog, two-time Olympian, four-time gold medalist, 63-4 record in USA games. And she is the 2020 USA Olympic 3v3 gold medalist as well. So we got a lot going on in the Olympics as far as players and dominance. And I'm happy to see Chelsea Gray back in this game today. Real quick, some other news with the Aces. The ESPYs, we have been nominated as a team and, of course, as an individual player. You already know the queen of the court. She's making her status claim as the GOAT this season, in my opinion. But the Aces have been nominated for the best team for an ESPY as well. So you can vote now at ESPN.com/ESPYs. And, of course, our queen, A'ja Wilson, A1 since day one. Best WNBA player nominee, best athlete nominee, and women's sports nominee. So I believe that's 3 different awards that she's nominated for as well. So Asia's really making a statement in this league this year, and in my opinion, it's gone overlooked. So I'm gonna just keep my opinion to myself though until we have to get more into that. But I think she's being overlooked personally, and it's not fair. But before we get into today's game, the Aces took on the Connecticut Sun, who was still currently the number 1 team record-wise in the W, and we put a hurting on them, winning that game by 11, 85-74, giving them only their second loss of the season next to that New York Liberty loss. And then we have the Sky coming up today, and then this Saturday we have the Washington Mystics, who had a really, really good game today against the Sky as well. So, or excuse me, the Connecticut Sun, excuse me. So that brings us to today. And with that, we brought our win streak up to 2 games straight. Now we just got a 3rd game in a row with a W, and it was against Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. And it was a reunion between coaches with Teresa Witherspoon and Becky Hammond. They were former players back in their playing days, and now this is their first meet or head-up match against each other as head coaches. So it was nice to see them have their reunion, but also see them compete against each other as coaches, as to seeing them, on the court together as teammates, and as well as before they were teammates playing against each other as competitors. So it was nice to see that reunion. But real quick, let's get into some highlights of this game with what A'ja Wilson did tonight. 31 points, her 20th game straight with a 20-plus point game. You can't deny what she's doing is MVP numbers, y'all. You cannot deny what she's doing is MVP numbers. But let's quickly get into some highlights, y'all, of the game tonight. It was a close game. It was a defensive battle. I got to give them that. The Sky were 70% shooting in the first half alone, but we'll get into that real quick after we show these
average
highlights.
About 29 3-point attempts per game. They'll make about 9 of them, and Wilson is one of their 3-point shooters. She knocks that one down. So you'll see a few different looks defensively from the Sky, trying to go backdoor. Beautiful pass. Wow, what a pass. Finding A'ja cutting baseline. Starts to open up the game. And that includes the start of the 3rd quarter as well.
Totally agree, and you got to match this firepower. Don't get into a hole there.
Good luck trying to match up. A'ja Wilson, shoulder fake, step through move. Textbook. Gets her own miss, and the putback.
Slided last year when the MVP voting came out.
Oh, that was for sure. That was not.
Tough break there.
An errant inbound pass, and Wilson against the other rookie, Cardoso. Count the bucket and one for A'ja.
You're going to get left behind. A'ja Wilson putting the rookie in the popcorn popper. Up fake, gets her off her feet, and one opportunity.
Mabry, Stokes coming over help side. Out to Tacky Young right now for Chicago. Here's Mabry. Allen feeding Harrison, coming over. Block City for this Las Vegas Aces team. That time it's Hayes getting it.
So the post players of Las Vegas, they do such a good job of putting pressure on the Sky.
That to me is an example of Plum's strength. On the move, here comes Plum. She goes back to back.
Man.
Quick 5 points to open up the fourth. Plum takes the contact, gets an and one. Kelsey Plum, 15 points she's had in the fourth quarter.
Man, when I tell you that was a game, it was a game. Like I said, in the first half alone, the Chicago Sky were shooting 70% from the field. They were leading the game at the end of the first quarter, 25-21. But Asia Wilson went off in the first quarter. She scored 15 of the Aces points, making 6 of her 10 shots. But Marina Mabry from the Sky, she poured it up with 13 points in the first quarter, going 5 of 5 from the field and 2 for 2 from three. She was hot. She was hot all night, you know, and the rest of the Aces went 2 of 8 from the floor in that first quarter. But then the second quarter, we turned it up. We got our bounce back and into the first half with a 46-39 lead. And Asia Wilson just continued to pour it on. By the end of the first half, Asia Wilson extended her streak of games with at least 20 or more points to 20 by dropping 23 points alone in the first half. And then Jackie Young got started. And then the third and the fourth, we started seeing the rest of the team really get started. But defensively tonight, we were really, really poised. We gave up some points in the paint. Don't get me wrong. We gave up some points in the paint, gave up some points from distance. But we turned that 70% shooting in the first half for Chicago into an overall 44% shooting, because it was like 43.6 shooting from the field by the end of the game. So we really turned it on defensively. We ended up with 11 blocks and 4 steals as a team. So the defense was really, really on point. We're going to get back more into this game when we come back. I'm going to take a quick commercial break because, you know, we got to pay the bills around here. You know what I mean? We got to pay the bills around here at Fuel. But I want to thank everybody that's tuning in. This is the Jersey the King show. Yeah, no hat tonight. We going Shibaldi tonight. This is hot, man. It's like 100 and something degrees outside Arlington. It is. It's burning up. But we'll be right back after this commercial break right here on Fuel Sports Network and Fuel Sports Network social media channels. You guys don't go nowhere. Hold your horses. Whoa. Welcome back to the Jersey the King Show live on Fuel Sports Network and Fuel Sports Network social media. Happy to have all you watching. I appreciate all the love and support, man. Let's get back into it now. Like I said, that's 3 straight wins for our Aces, man. And I'm just super impressed with what not only Asia Wilson has been doing, but the team overall. But just what Asia Wilson has been doing is impactful in so many ways. And you have to look at it from the point of view of she's in this league 7 years and she's just now getting a shoe deal after 2 MVPs, after 2 back-to-back after back-to-back championships. It took so much for her to get the little bit of recognition that she's getting, and she's still not getting enough, especially on this season. Y'all, she's had 20 plus points every game this season. Every game this season. She has not been held under 20 points. In almost every game, she's had double-digit rebounds. But in every game, she's had 5 or more rebounds. Like, we have to give her flowers. She's making history all season long. She's literally, every game now that she makes 20 points or more, she's going to keep extending the record for someone else to have to literally chase. And there's no telling, she could sit here and go all 40 games this season and score 20 plus points. So you got to give her flowers, and she's not getting the recognition that she deserves. She really isn't. But the Aces did get the W in tonight's 3rd straight win behind her 31 points, as well as a lot of contribution from Jackie Young, a lot of contribution from Plum Dog, especially in the 4th quarter. Kelsey Plum was super hot in the 4th quarter and really turned it up in the 4th quarter, as well as Kia Stokes on defense, Megan Gustafson on defense, Tip Hayes on offense and defense. Of course, our point guard on offense and defense, and being that leader on the court and that floor general. And then you got to look at what our rookie Kate Martin has been doing. Oh my goodness, man. AC, every time Sydney comes off the bench and comes into the game, what she brings. And hopefully we'll see more of Jessica Carter this week against Michigan or Washington, because as you see this Saturday, we have Washington upcoming. So I'm looking forward to seeing her presence in the paint and what she could bring to this Aces front. Now, speaking of Asia Wilson and what she's been doing, once again, for the 2nd straight week, 2nd time in the row, 18th time in her career, she wins Western Conference Player of the Week, averaging 26.5 points, 12.5 rebounds, 3 steals per game, 2 blocks per game, and shooting an average of 50% or 57% from the field. Come on now, give her flowers, y'all. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Give her flowers. Then on top of that, let's look at this as well. There was some controversy, and y'all know how I am. I don't really like to get in too much into controversy, but she was mad disrespected on Just Women Sports about her logo. Now, this is Asia Wilson's logo right here. I like it. I love the creativity. I love that it's her own logo. They were very, very disrespectful, and what really kills me as well is these are women covering women's sports. And instead of empowering, you're hating and downplaying this woman's creativity and her own personal outspoken logo. This is her. Everybody knows she's unapologetically her. So we're going to get that from her in her logo, and I like it. I like the logo. It represents Asia Wilson to the fullest. And I just feel that for them to be so negative about her logo and what they feel it spells out or what it says, they literally said it spells out ass, and it was ass. Like, come on, don't disrespect this one. But she clapped back. She's like, I love the haters. I love the haters because it really just feeds her fuel. You know what I mean? And that just means that y'all are going to still buy her shoe. Let's keep it 100. Y'all are still going to buy Asia Wilson's shoe. You're not going to not buy her shoe. And if you don't, then you're disrespectful on even more levels, because you're not going to buy her shoe because you don't like the way the logo looks. Come on now. Come on now. Who were you to judge her logo? If someone were to judge yours, what were you going? What would you say? Especially if you really don't care, you're gonna be like, "Thank you, hater." So at the end of the day, y'all didn't budge her. Trust me, all y'all did was fuel her. So get ready for even more MVP type of play and claiming her. We can just give her the MVP award now, before the All-Star break, before the Olympic break, before all this. We can, before the end of the season, we can just give her the MVP right now. Can I get a witness? Because what hasn't she done this season so far? She's set records, set milestones, eclipse records, extending records. She's playing like an MVP. She's rallied this team vocally in that locker room as a leader. She showed what she is all about on and off the court. So come on now. Let's keep it 100, y'all. Let's keep it 100. Let's give A'ja Wilson her flowers. Real talk. But moving on now. Shout out to the Aces. Good luck in the Mystics game on Saturday. I will actually be at because the game is at Washington, so I will actually be at the Vegas Nighthawks game. I'll be at the game this week. We're taking on Bay Area, but we'll get into that here in a minute because we got some clips from last week. But real quick, because we haven't talked about the Nighthawks or the Golden Knights much lately, but yesterday the Golden Knights held the battle-worn Authentics equipment sale. Basically, they were selling used equipment by players from the actual games, worn jerseys and worn signed jerseys and stuff. They were auctioning them off, or they were selling them. So they held that yesterday. If you missed it, we do apologize. I did share that on social media, and if you follow the Vegas Golden Knights on social media, then you would have seen that. But they did hold that as well. Now, with the Florida Panthers winning a thriller in that 7-game series in the Stanley Cup Finals and becoming the current NHL Stanley Cup champions, the Vegas Golden Knights have released their 2024-2025 preseason schedule for this season coming up. And guess who we play, y'all? Look, we play Utah Hockey Club. If you're going to move a team and expect them to start the next season after the sale is complete and the move is finalized, have a name in mind. You should have already been going to your fans in your community, in your city, and putting out a poll for a team name. Instead, we have to wait until 2025-2026 season. But as you guys see, we'll be taking on the San Jose Sharks, taking on the LA Kings, the Utah Football or Hockey Club, the Avalanche 2 games in a row, and then the San Jose Sharks again to end our preseason with the upcoming 2024-2025 season being pivotal in returning back to glory and us being able to hold up that trophy, man. But in more NHL news, aside from the Florida Panthers winning the Stanley Cup, congratulations to them. The NHL draft will be held here in Las Vegas at the Sphere. At the Sphere Las Vegas. It will be held tomorrow, or excuse me. Yes, Friday, the 28th. I'm sorry. Yes, tomorrow and Saturday, the 29th. The 2-day event will take place right out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the Sphere. For more information, right here, you can go to NHL.com/draft tickets to buy tickets now for the event. If you are going to be in Las Vegas, you can scan that QR code right there as well, and that'll take you right to where you need to go to get those tickets booked for you. And like I said, being held at the Sphere is actually going to be pretty dope. I'm excited to see what they do. They've been advertising it like crazy. So it's happening in Vegas. So of course I had to report it. I had to talk about it. right here on the Jersey the King show. So you guys get ready for that. I'm excited for it. I wish I could go, but I have to work. So unfortunately, I won't be able to attend the NHL draft in person, but it's all good. On top of that, let's transition to some Desert Dogs news for all my lacrosse fans out here in Las Vegas. Our Desert Dogs announced a back-to-school bash at Lee's Family Forum happening in July on the 25th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And supplies donations accepted at the Desert Dogs store Monday through Thursday, 12 to 5. So you can currently go and donate, any of these listed supplies that are needed: backpacks, pencils and pouches, or pencil pouches or boxes, crayons, colored pencils, the bare, the bare necessities, and just everything a child would need for school. So if you want to go and support the Las Vegas Desert Dogs lacrosse team of the National Lacrosse League, make sure you get out there and do so by the 25th before the bash actually takes place at Lee's Family Forum. Also, the Desert Dogs have made some signings during this off season as well, looking to improve on the season we had last year, which you got to give us credit for. A newer team in the National Lacrosse League. We did a pretty damn good job last year. But as you see, we've signed Luke Pilcher for an offensive position, as well as Nick Murphy on the offense from High Point University, Luke Pilcher from RIT. So these are some good signings in my opinion. I did a little research on Nick Murphy. He was a pretty good forward at High Point, and looking to bring some offense, well-needed offense to this Desert Dogs team, as well as Luke Pilcher. He also is a high-powered offensive player, and they're both well advanced on defense as well. So I'm looking to see what they can do in this upcoming season for the Desert Dogs. So let's hope these two additions work out, and I'll keep you guys posted and updated on any more signings, as well as the NLL draft whenever that does take place. I'll get more information on when that will be happening as well. Let's jump into another quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to get into some Nighthawks news and highlights, as well as some Aviators news, some Lights FC's news, as well as the PFL and Power Slap. Yes, I'm covering the PFL and Power Slap, y'all. You already know it's MMA, and it happens in Las Vegas, so a lot. But it's also a topic that I love to talk about. And when we come back, we're going to get more into the PFL as well as Power Slap and all other Vegas sports, man. So y'all sit back, relax. This is Fuel Sports Network's own The Jersey the King Show with your host, Kevin Jersey the King Wumble. We'll be right back after these messages.
If you aren't perfect, if you've ever struggled, if you've ever failed, if you want to get better, be better, and make our world better, this is the perfect brand for you. True Victory. Founded by U.S. military veterans, True Victory is a sportswear and streetwear brand dedicated to building everyday champions on and off the field. We're a cause. Our purpose is to transform lives and elevate humanity through the power and unity of sports, positive stories, and serving others. We're dedicated to the game, the grind, and the globe. But most importantly, we're dedicated to you. That's what it means to be always true.
Back to the Jersey the King Show live on Fuel Sports Network. And now let's just jump into some Nighthawks news. Y'all know how much I love football, but y'all know how much I love my Vegas teams, man. And I got to experience the Vegas Nighthawks indoor football league game, and it was a great experience. I get to go to another game this Saturday to cover the game. It's a game against the Bay Area Panthers, but this last week on Saturday, we got us another W, our second in a row, to bring us back to a 2-game win streak and get us back on a winning track going into the end of the season with only 4 games left, and this next game being pivotal to our seeding in the playoffs and wanting to host this IFL National Championship game out here in Henderson, Nevada at Lee's Family Forum. But we got the W over the Arizona Rattlers 55-50 and getting that sweep of the season series this season and basically getting our revenge from last season where, you know, we lost both games to the Arizona Rattlers. So it was nice to see that and definitely get that W. It was a home game. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go last week, but I will be attending this game this week. But we face off with the Bay Area Panthers this week, and man, I'm telling you, it's going to be a big game. It's number 1 positioning, number 1 seeding, and, you know, we're looking to get another win against Bay Area. We beat them earlier this season in San Jose at their home field, and we're looking to win our 3rd game in a row for a second time in the season. You know, we did start the season off 7-0 before we took 3 L's, and now we're back on a 2-game win streak. But we're looking to definitely bounce back in a major way. But real quick, before we get any further on that game, let's get into some quick highlights of the Rattlers game against our Vegas Nighthawks.
As it is Jorge Reyna to start on the opening series. A surprise here out of the gates as Reyna takes a low snap, throws left side, that's bobbled, and then intercepted. It's ripped away right out of C.J. Wyndham's hands by Kevin Hyde, his 2nd pick this year. 2 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. It's Elder on the right hip of Jones. Shotgun snap, fake the give. Jones design run up the middle to the 5. Angles left side numbers and is in.
That is definitely not the Arizona Rattlers. So, unfortunately, we don't have the highlights from the game. I could have sworn that was the highlights, but unfortunately, I was wrong. That is the highlights from the Northern Arizona Rattler or Wranglers game, and unfortunately, not the correct post-game highlights for the Arizona game. So I do apologize, y'all. That is my bad, but not my bad. It's definitely not my bad. I was sent the wrong video. But yeah, it happens. So moving on. Like I said, we're looking to take on that first place position with number 1 being up for grabs against Bay Area because they're currently number 1 in the West due to their record. But if we can get a win, yes, we'll have the same record overall as far as 10-3. But that conference record is key as well. We'll still be at 8-2 with them being at 9-3, which would actually give us first place because of that. So not only would the 2 head-to-head wins, if we were to get this W this weekend, not only will the 2 head-to-head wins help with that first place positioning, but the overall records will be tied to 10-3 as an overall record, but conference record, we'd have more wins, or we'd have a better record of win versus loss. Not more wins as of right now, but win versus loss, we'd have a better record because they'd have 3 losses and we'd only have 2. So we're looking to get a huge W this week. And it's pivotal, man. It really, really is pivotal for us. Also, the game that we had this week. Jerome Johnson, when I tell y'all this man is a beast, Jerome Johnson had 8 total touchdowns, 4 throwing, 4 passing, 3 to CJ Wyndham, who had 5 receptions for 102 yards and 3 touchdowns. Quentin Randolph had added another touchdown with several receptions. You know, like I said, man, it was a game for our team. We were just clicking on all cylinders. Even on the defense, Bryce Hampton, our rookie, monster. James Caesar, who was on the show a couple weeks back, monster on defense. Also a rookie. Our 2 rookie cornerbacks right now are killing the game. They lead the IFL in total interceptions between the 2 of them with 13. And James Caesar had a one-handed grab in the end zone that saved a touchdown that was just beautiful, falling away with the one-handed grab. It was beautiful. And then Bryce Hampton with just keeping his eyes on everything and having that defensive awareness, caught a beautiful tip, actually diving for the interception as well. So those were key in our win for that 50 or 55-50 victory. But as you can see, like I said, I'll show you the standings again. This is what we're looking at, man. We're fighting for first place this weekend. We are definitely fighting for first place. And the Green Bay Blizzard actually lost this week. So that Eastern division is a little bit open right now for Frisco to come in there and get first place. So it's going to be interesting in both the Eastern and the Western Conference in the IFL this weekend. So make sure you guys tune in for sure. Speaking of the national championship, if you use this Vegas Nighthawks code, you can get, I believe, discounted price on tickets for the IFL National Championship game because the tickets are on sale now. So make sure if you want to be at Lee's Family Forum here in Henderson, Nevada, which is 15 minutes from the downtown Las Vegas, from the Strip, go right out there to Henderson to Lee's Family Forum and check out the game, man. I'll be there this Friday or this Saturday for the Bay Area game. But the IFL National Championship is in Vegas for at least another year, aside from this year and last year. I believe it's on a 3-year contract to be held in Vegas. So we're looking to host this game, man. We're definitely looking to host this game as the number 1 seed in the West. So let's get it, man. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. I'm really, really anxious to see if we can get this W this weekend. Let's see if Jerome Johnson and CJ Wyndham can have another big game. Quentin Randolph have another big game. Right now, Antonio Wimbush, who was on the show a couple weeks back as well, a week before James Caesar was on, he's actually injured right now. And Taureen Taylor came in and he had a hell of a game at the running back position as well, getting it done on the ground for us when we needed him to. So we played an overall really good game on Saturday, and I commend the guys for how they rallied around Jerome Johnson, coming back in the game, getting the start this game, and just going off and doing it on Military Appreciation Night. And you can also go and check out the Vegas Nighthawks Military Appreciation site. I believe there's a individual site that you can go and check out and auction and bid on the auction for the Military Appreciation jerseys. So make sure you guys go and check that out. Check out the Nighthawks Twitter or X and Facebook pages for more information. I'm going to apologize, I don't have it for you all right now. But moving on real quick. Well, I can't even say real quick because there's a little bit of time to talk about these subjects. But the Lights FC, actually, we can actually cover this before the next commercial break. The Lights FC club with another draw, man, against the Memphis 901 club last Saturday on Youth Soccer Night. But you can see this team just getting better with each game. You can see this chemistry building with these guys and getting better. And I got to give them credit, man. In the last 5 games, they have 4 draws and a win. So that's why I say you can see that this Lights FC team is getting better. They really are. They're getting better, and it's showing on the pitch when they're out there playing. I mean, Corey Bennett and the previous game before this game against Memphis had a beautiful behind-the-back no-look goal, and with a beautiful pass as well from his teammate. So, just the chemistry is clicking. It's getting there. These guys are getting better with each game. Another W is going to come eventually, and that's what they're looking to get. Coming up in their Pride match. They're celebrating Pride Month, and with their Pride match this Saturday at Cashman, 7:30 p.m., and they are going, and that's Pacific Standard Time, they are going to be facing off against the Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC club. So make sure you guys go out to Cashman and support the FC club, the Lights FC, if you have the time. I know some of you guys watching are Nighthawks diehard fans and are going to the Nighthawks game, or some of you are traveling to Washington for the Mystics game. But if you are interested in going to the the FC game, the Lights FC game, make sure you do go to Cashman, check it out, man, and show your love. Also, real quick before we go to commercial break, thank you to Hayden Sargis for your time on the Lights FC, and congratulations for being called up to the DC United Club in the MLS, man. That's big. That's huge for him. He's earned it with his play. That's why I say, man, you can see that we have a good team. We just got to get the chemistry going and just see everyone individually get better. But big ups and congratulations to Hayden Sargis of the Lights FC Club being called up to the DC United MLS Club. Man, congratulations, and we wish you all the best on your journey in the MLS, man. Definitely. We're going to jump into another quick commercial break, and when we come back, we got some Aviators news, PFL, and some Power Slap news, and we're going to end the show. So before this is over with, stay tuned. We'll be right back, y'all. This is the Jersey the King Show live on Fuel Sports Network. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Houston, we've triumphed. I've made it back to Earth with the cargo intact. The game-changing, time-sensitive payload is none other than the revolutionary energy flavor we've all been waiting for. Introducing Merc Mayhem Cherry Limeade. Merc Clan played a crucial role in securing this energy flavor, and together we've unlocked the future of power. Merc Mayhem is not just a drink, it's a statement, a fusion of relentless energy and bold flavor. The secret is out. Merc Mayhem is set to redefine the energy landscape, leaving ordinary drinks in its cosmic dust. Get ready for a taste explosion that matches Merc Clan's unparalleled power. Join the revolution, and let's unleash Merc Mayhem upon the world. Astronaut M signing off.
Welcome back to the Jersey the King Show live on Fuel Sports Network. Now, listen, y'all. The Aviators have been doing their thing. I got to give them credit. I'm starting to cover the Aviators and get into my baseball. And in the last 3 games, they've gone 2-1. The reason why I'm talking more so about the last 3 games is because the amount of runs that they've put up, the pitching play from our starting pitchers on the Aviators, just the way they've been playing. Now, don't get me wrong, in the last 8, we've won, or we've lost more than we won. Don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, we have a winning record, and this team has shown signs of playoff team potential this season. And with that, let me show you the scores of those last 2 out of 3 games, with us losing last night to Sacramento. And it was a wasn't a bad game. It was just a 9-5 loss. You know, we lost by 4 runs, but the 2 games previous to that, we closed out the Tacoma Rainier series 20-10. Big, huge win to close out that series. Then we start off this Sacramento Rivercats series with an 11-0 victory. Now, you're probably looking at, like, why is the jerseys different, or who the hell is Reyes de Plata? The Aviators do theme nights, and when they do theme nights, you know, the logo and the name of the team changes, which I think is so unique and so cool, to be honest. And as the Reyes de Plata, we again cream the Rivercats 11-0, starting this series off with a bang. We got a 4 or 5 game series, I believe, with them going into next week, and we'll be starting a 7-game series against the Oklahoma City Baseball Club. That's what they're called, Oklahoma City Baseball Club, next week. And I will, of course, bring you as much information as I can on all those games in that series by next week. Now, speaking of theme nights with the Aviators, they are currently playing right now against the Sacramento Rivercats, and it is theme night there as well. And I don't know the exact score right now. Hold on, let me see if I can check it real quick. But we got 80s retro night going on right now. Currently, we're down 2-0 to Sacramento. Bottom of the first. So, game just started. Make sure you check it out. MILBTV.com. We got the subscribe, but it's 80s night tonight out here in Cashman. We have the costume contest, special guest, 80s sing-along contest, and themed on-game or on-field games. So when I say they do a lot, y'all, they do a lot. They do a lot. And it's pretty dope. Here's the rest of the theme nights for the remainder of the season. Or excuse me, until the 30th. I'm sorry. This is from the 25th until the 30th. This has been the different theme nights. They got the $2 beers tonight and all the other different contests and events going on. And then we have the jersey giveaway at Red Rock on the 28th. And then we also have the cap giveaway on the 29th. And then we have Sunday night baseball at Las Vegas Ballpark on the 30th. So that's what we're looking at over the next couple games for the Aviators, who are looking to go on a win streak and start in the second half of the season. You know, they've just ended the first half of the season last night with that loss to Sacramento, or excuse me, Tacoma. No, I'm sorry, it was Sacramento. Starting the series off with Sacramento, but getting the loss, but it's all right. Like I said, we have a winning record this season, and we're doing pretty damn good. So we can't complain about anything that's going on with the Aces or with the Aviators. Our pitchers have been aces, and they've been playing very, very well as our offense and defense as far as our players go, batting and playing in the outfield and infield. So the Aviators have a good team this season, and I'm looking for them to make a lot of noise in the PCL playoffs. So make sure you guys follow the Aviators. If you aren't already, check out a game. Go out to Las Vegas Ballpark. Man, the ballpark is really, really nice. I can't wait to be able to cover the team and go out there and check out a game and just get the atmosphere and the feel of how the Aviators are getting down, especially on one of those theme nights. It's going to be pretty dope. So wish me luck, guys. Hopefully I get my media credentials with the Aviators, as well as the Lights FC Club and the Golden Knights and Raiders. You know, I'm working hard. There is no Raiders news this week, but we do have some PFL. Man, listen, last week we talked about the light heavyweights and the lightweight playoffs or regular season matches to determine the playoffs. And this is what you have, man. And light heavyweight, Impa Kasanganai with a huge win last week will take on Josh Silveira, excuse me, and Rob Wilkinson will be taking on Dolvletson Yakshimeredov. Then in the lightweight, I hope I said that right. Sorry if I butchered your name, my guy. Then in the lightweight, we have Brent Primus taking on Clay Collard, my boy Rig Rocker's dude. You know, he's going to be in the playoffs. He secured the number 4 spot. Gadzi Rabadanov will be taking on Michael Dufort as well in the lightweight playoffs, and the winners will advance on to the finals for the 2024 PFL lightweight world championship, as well as for the light heavyweight, the winners of those 2 matches. Now, this is what our card's looking like for tomorrow for these here PFL regular season matches. Now, this is for our welterweights and our featherweights. So we have, you know, this is the last matchups. Brendan Loughnane currently is leading the featherweight division with 6 points. And if I'm not mistaken, Logan Storley and Luca Pocklet are in the tops, especially as well as Magomed and Brennan. Like, the matches in the welterweight division are really close points wise, standing wise. So these matches are going to be important when it comes to the welterweight division and moving on. So I'm excited for this card tomorrow. It's going to be in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, but it is going to be on ESPN Plus and ESPN. So make sure you check it out. The early card was only going to be on ESPN Plus only, but the main card, which starts at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, on ESPN and ESPN Plus. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for that. Now, we get to talk Power Slap. The power is on. Y'all, look, Power Slap 8 is going down tomorrow as well. Look, I'm going to have PFL on one device or one TV and Power Slap on another device or another TV. And it's going down. I'm going to be watching both events before I go to work. Trust and believe that. And it's going to be popping on the strip tomorrow. If you're out here, come holler at me at the Encore. I work at the Sundry shop. Come check me out at the gift shop. You know, just saying. Come on. But Power Slap 8 is here. I'm excited for this. I've just watched Power Slap Road to the Title Season 2 because I missed it when it actually aired. So me and my wife just binged that and caught up on the last 2 pay-per-views, Power Slap 7 and Power Slap 6. So we are super excited for Power Slap 8. And it's going to be at the Fontainebleau in Las Vegas. So we got a lot of events going on in Las Vegas this weekend, man. We got the NHL draft. We got Power Slap. We got a lot of Richie performing out here at the Encore and the Win. So, you know, there's a lot going on in Vegas. So if you're in Vegas, you live in Vegas, you're from Vegas, you know, the whole 9, baby. Check it out. There's so much to do. The Nighthawks game. What's going on, Nick? What's going on, brother? How are you tonight, man? Thank you for tuning in. Yes, I know everybody. Man, look, I love MMA too. That's like my go-to sport. If there's something on, I'm gonna watch MMA. You know what I mean? Real talk. Like me and my wife, before I just aired the show, before I got on the air tonight, my wife and I were just catching up on the Ultimate Fighter of this season, you know, catching up on the last episode from Tuesday. So, you know, like when I tell you guys I love the sport of MMA, I love to watch it. You know what I mean? I definitely do. But like I said, Power Slap 8, June 28th, tomorrow, Fontainebleau in Las Vegas. It's going down. We got 2 title matches, the Crazy Hawaiian versus Danny Van Heerden. And then we got Emmanuel No Love Muniz against Blackburn. And then we got Terp Daddy Slim. Terp Daddy. My man Terp Daddy taking on Vern Cathy. As well as the debut of Super Heavyweight Dumpling. So it's gonna be interesting. Main card starts at 6 p.m. Then you have the prelims and early prelims. You can watch free and live on Rumble. So make sure you guys are tuning into that, man. But it's about that time, man, for your boy to get up out of here. This is the Jersey the King Show live on Fuel Sports Network. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. You said Alex or Yuri? I'm taking Team Grassi. I'm taking Team Grassi over Team Valentina Shevchenko. I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you. I'm taking Team Grasso, Alexa Grasso. So there we go. I hope her team wins. I like the underdog, and I feel that she's the underdog compared to Valentina Shevchenko, even though she's beaten her twice to win the belt and to retain the belt. Just saying, I still feel she's the underdog because of who Valentina Shevchenko is. But make sure you guys go and show some love and follow the show's socials and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. And stay tuned for all the shorts and everything coming up that I'll be doing. Right there is all the information. On Facebook, it is with an E, Jersey the King Show now. So don't mind the A. I haven't changed it yet. I will, y'all. I will. I'm waiting for a specific reason. But yeah, make sure you guys go and check out all the socials and follow the socials. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's get those numbers up, baby. And then make sure you guys go and follow the socials as well of Fuel Sports Network, man. And you use all those promo codes. Save 10 now, save 10, save 15 now, say Fuel Sports Network. Like, we have so many. If you need any of the information, it's right there on the Fuel Sports Network site. You can also check out or Fuel Sports Network pages. You can also check out fuelsportsnetwork.com. Check out our website and show your love to Fuel, and make sure you keep following us, man. There's all the socials for you. But I want to thank every single one of you guys who tuned in today and showed your love on the Jersey the King Show, man. It's a blessing to see all you guys, show up and show out for me, man. I'm really, really thankful, and I appreciate everybody that has showed your love. Make sure you share the show, drop a like, a heart, whatever, get the show out there, let everybody know, and tell Stephen A I'm coming for him. I want him on the Jersey the King Show. We need a debate because he's messing up the WNBA and the culture. It's his fault we got all this drama going on, man. Keep saying that. And this episode has been dedicated to my boy Dorian Mills, man. May he rest in peace. He was killed earlier this week. He was killed, and he was hit by a car, actually, and passed away. So my condolences to the family, our family, and life's short, man. So make sure you live it. Make sure you live it and you enjoy every bit of it, and don't take any of it for granted because life's short. I love y'all. This is the Jersey the King Show live on Fuel Sports Network. I'll see y'all next week, and tune in this Saturday for the Gridiron with myself and OG Double G Gabe Garcia. And then we got, I believe, For the Love of the Show, new episode tomorrow. So tune in to Fuel Sports Network for more content. Love you guys. Peace.